Engineer Marambe, back to you. I'd like to ask just the same way you responded to the first question. What would be the second issue that you'd like addressed other than, say, local content and scale of fees? What other issue would you like addressed in order to fix some of the welfare issues affecting engineers? Engineer Marambe.
Thank you, Namano. I think the other issue that I will pick on is the issue of now engineers operating as one unit and having one voice. I think for us to be able to influence what we want to happen, I think it's been long overdue, and we actually needed engineers to participate in one voice. You'll realize now that we've started actually doing this, and we are actually influencing some things. I still go back to the case of the bill for road sector. You saw how we fought as engineers, and because at least this time we've been able to speak as one voice, we did a lot of lobbying through the print media, through the digital media platforms that we have. Yes. And we even met the members of that committee in Parliament through the IEK Council, and we were able to send them back to the table. The first time they postponed that bill, and then eventually they've been able to actually pass it without making those drastic changes they wanted to make to allow other professions to lead road agencies, apart from the KRB, which they were mischievous because they already have someone from the accounting field. They were mischievous. I think some powerful forces were able to influence that, and we lost on that one. But I think in future we'll be able to influence. So for me, I also dream that we can bring back the technicians and technologists back to, we have one act actually managing all of us, engineers, technologists, and technicians. That way, we are not setting ourselves up to fight against each other, and that is very important. I think. But before I finish on that issue of unity of engineers, yes, which will affect a lot of opportunities for us engineers in the industry, which also I feel for young engineers. All of us know how we struggle, especially if you don't get a job in the public sector or in the blue chip companies. You know how we struggle to get employment, and we get it sometimes with very poor conditions of work, both in terms of pay and even in terms of working itself. So I'm really hoping that with all these things that we are doing, we'll be able to influence, so that as engineers, especially, it's unfair. You saw the other day when that nurses union leader was giving an example of how even nurses are paid better in counties than engineers. And we know engineers, we were the best even in high school. Engineers used to come number one, yes, and two at most. So how come after your graduation, now somebody else is going to earn better than you? So I think it's unfair, but let's keep this conversation going and see how we can be able to influence that and affect where it really you feel it in your pocket. Yeah, thank you, Namano.